will get an IAS or KS officer and he will say, "Mere jaise ban jao." Why? I don't want to be an IAS officer, administrative officer. Why should I become like you? No. I have my own ideas. I want to be something else. And those ideas need to be channelized. Doing hard work with no direction means you will not attain much out of it. And that's what is happening in most cases. Zundab was a daily soap. In the morning you would have it. It had basically grievances of people, but in a dramatic way. The real issue with Radio Kashmir was that we wanted to be partners in progress of people.
Hello and welcome. You're watching GK Podcasts and this is me, your host, Shireen Naman. My guest today is a man of great wisdom and experience, leaving a lasting impact in his field. Today, we have the honor of hearing from one of the most beloved voices of the All India Radio, Mr. Syed Humayun Qaisar. Sir, it's my pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you so much for calling me. I'm pleased to see you here.
Sir, before we delve into a very rich academic background of yours, I would like to know something about your early education and initial journey.
Well, I was born in Srinagar itself and then studied in Bisku, Amar Singh College, University of Kashmir, then went to Delhi School of Economics for my research degree. During all this time, I was playing cricket also. Started with J&K under 19, and then under 22, University of Kashmir, then Ranji Trophy. I played a lot of cricket and painted as well in between. I had many hobbies. Reading was one of them, music is another. And then in college, I started painting and then got state award for painting, Academy Award for my paintings. It was a passion for a long period. And every now and then, even now, I indulge in painting, but I had to give up cricket around in 90 because of the changing situation in Kashmir, the security situation, the game stopped. Then I never returned back to the field. So at a younger age, I gave up playing cricket. But my pursuit in academics, like I teach in various universities and institutions, that continues, apart from being a broadcaster.
Okay. So since you are a man of multiple hobbies and interests, but we would like to know something about the most loved show of all the people of Kashmir, that was Dhadkan, the radio live game show. So please tell us something about your memories and time spent with the show.
Well, basically the KBC had started in India. So it was a television show, it was recorded, it had a huge personality and it had 1 crore rupee. Well, I thought of doing something on radio like that. I could not replicate it. I didn't have that much money and I was not a celebrity like AV. But for me, the real thing was that I had to do a live show. KBC was recorded. So live has, there's something more in live show compared to a recorded show. Secondly, I had, problem in deciding how to go through various phases. Because when I speak on radio, say I start Dhadkan, I ask a question. There will be hundreds and thousands of replies. How to get down to certain number of replies who will move to next stage, the next stage, the next stage. So I started with a group of 16. I will ask a question, the first 16 would go to next round. Then first 8, then next first 4, and then 2 will be in the final. And we'll play a final with them. Initially it started on phone, because we didn't have mobile then. Then it went to mailing also, then WhatsApp also, and then guest. I had guests in it, I had theme music, different kind of music, I had segments in it. Apart from that, the last part of the show, the 2 finalists, we started having them live with their voice through phone in the final competition. And there would be bargaining of a certain kind also I started. So I would tell them in the final, I have 5 questions. You 2 are in the final. Tell me how much time you will take to reply them. Then they would send a mail, SMS or WhatsApp message, say, I will take 2 minutes. The another one says, I will take 1.5 minutes. So we'll go with the 1.5 minutes first. I'll ask him 5 questions. And then finish it with and see how much time he has taken or she has taken. Then call another caller, the another finalist. Then I say, the first one has taken, say, 1 minute, 26 seconds. Are you willing to reply more questions in less than that? He would say yes. Then we'll go ahead with that person. If that person replies more questions in same time or lesser time, he or she is the winner. If it takes more time, then the first one is the winner. So it became very interesting. And the best part is say from North India, from even Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, Telangana, Coimbatore, Hyderabad, Ludhiana, Delhi, people were participating in it. And it became a game changer in, say, acquiring knowledge, disseminating knowledge, and taking knowledge not as a subject, general knowledge, but as fun, as hobby, and enjoying it.
Sir, because just as you said that earlier those days people used to be very attached to mediums like radio. So very patiently they used to wait for your show like Dhadkan and then to reply. Do you think that today because of social media, the rate of listeners has deteriorated?
Well, for 18 years I did the program. Continuously for 18 years. In between I was away, Rashid did it for some time, Ashfaq also did some shows. But I did most of it for 18 years. In 18 years I saw popularity soaring, not falling, in spite or despite social media and other things. And today also, people send messages to me. They call me. They do something like that. So they want such things to happen on radio. If you are with the present times, you are relevant on radio. And you cater to the present people. It's not just about youth listening music and jumping around. If you give something which helps youth in their growth, they will definitely listen to you. That's very important. In case you play 5 songs and then do a mimicry after that time, that's kind of a background noise and waste of time. Mostly. You say enjoyment. How long enjoyment? The real issue with Radio Kashmir was that we wanted to be partners in progress of people and development of youth. And that's why they stuck to us.
Sir, do you think that Radio Kashmir, because always is known to follow a tone which is quite classical? I remember some archives like the Sindbad Tales was there, shows like Zoon Dub in the old times was there. Do you think to attract the youth today you need to reintroduce such shows on OTT platforms? Do you think there is a need for this?
Basically, we had that Sindbad Machama was a 3-4 episode drama. It's a comedy by Pushkar Bhan. And then Zundab was a daily soap. In the morning you would have it. It had basically grievances of people, but in a dramatic way. So it was quite successful. Then sometime later, many years later, once it was stopped because the popularity was waning. After that, again some people tried it. It couldn't succeed. Because in today's milieu, you can't have the same setup of family. The family setup has changed. In that, there was an illiterate woman who was head of the family, the female head, and then you had a servant or help at home who would butt into everything. He too was an illiterate. The things have changed. People will not accept it. You have to do different packaging to reach to the people. You cannot recycle your past. You have to reinvent yourself. And then many shows, many things people have done on radio. Say Shahar Been is very successful from the last 25 years, 26 years. So, because it's related to grievances and it keeps on changing its tone. Certain things will always be relevant. Current affairs will be relevant, sports will be relevant, entertainment will be relevant all the time.
So now that we have gone into archives, you just said that we need to blend tradition with modernity to fit into the milieu. Do you think that older archives obviously had a copyright? Do you think that the older artists who worked in such shows, do they also get due credit for their work?
But they get credit definitely, because once they say Ghulam Hasan Sufi Sahab, Raj Begum Sahiba, her music, when they do the music is done with full copyrights for All India Radio. They are paid, so they will not get royalty because they sign a contract of full copyright with the organization. But what they get is that they become popular, they become famous, I'm not saying they're not living, that those who are living, they become basically folk artists, they become popular through radio. Then they are invited to parties, to functions, to marriages. They make earnings other way around also. And the biggest platform for popularity has been for all kind of folk music, even today, Radio Kashmir or India Radio. So definitely they get their due. It's not that they can be paid again and again. No, they are paid on CBR once broadcast rights are taken by All India Radio, and they are paid at the time of recording.
Sir, I know you not just as a veteran media broadcaster, but you have been a mentor to thousands of youth in Kashmir. What do you think is the most important issue that triggers them and which needs to be solved, the need of the hour?
Well, basically, our youth is willing to work hard. I can't say everybody, many of them, most of them are willing to work hard. The issue is they don't have direction. Direction, I mean, they'll be working very hard in a direction which will not be beneficial for them in the end. So they need a mentor. They need mentors who would guide them. That you channelize your energy, you channelize whatever you are doing in the right direction so that you could be successful. Doing hard work with no direction means you will not attain much out of it. And that's what is happening in most cases. I have people calling me from all over J&K, all over places, that they want their child to talk to me. Then I meet them. Even now, I meet them. I go and talk to them. Because they don't have anybody with whom their daughter or son can talk. The mentoring part cannot be done by school teachers. They have to teach throughout the day. But certain kind of a counseling can be started in school. There also we have an issue. When we talk of counseling, we talk of career counseling. No. You need counseling, psychological counseling as well. You need general counseling. And our counseling issue is very serious in the sense we'll get an IS or KS officer and he will say, "Mere jaise ban jao." Why? I don't want to be a IS officer, administrative officer. Why should I become like you? No. I have my own ideas. I want to be something else. And those ideas need to be channelized. And the energies need to be channelized of youth.
Sir, switching to your journey of cricket and sports, because as you mentioned very earlier of the interview, you were very much interested in sports. I have personally heard a lot of your sports commentaries also. Please tell us something about your memories, your journey with the Ranji Trophy.
Well, I played Ranji Trophy. Before that, when I played school cricket under 19, I was 15. I had passed 8th and I had gone into 9th and I went to Jalandhar to play my first cricket match for the state. And then after that, many universities and other things and Ranji Trophy as well. Well, basically, those were the days when you had no money in game. We were promised, when I was in school, I'll tell you, 74, I was in 8th. I went to play for J&K. We were promised 3.5 rupees per day, daily allowance, and 5 rupees during the day when we would have practice. That would be 1.5 rupees for refreshment. And we went through the tour, we came back, we weren't paid a single penny. Whatever we had taken from home, we had to use it. In Ranji Trophy, you were getting 150 rupees a day. In university, 30 rupees a day. It's not, in Ranji Trophy, I'm saying 84, 86, 85. I'm not telling of, say, 80 years ago.
Yes.
There was no money. Basically, we played for passion. We enjoyed the game. We were happy to play. And gave me a lot of joys. Apart from that, a lot of friends. And it also helped me in understanding life. Because cricket is a great leveler. Today you score 100, next day you are out of a first ball. Today you take 5 wickets, next day you are hit for 5 fours in and over 5 boundaries. It's a great leveler. It tells you how to handle life, the vagaries of life and ups and downs, if you understand the game. It's a fascinating game, but today, most of the people who talk about game, watch it on 32-inch screen and say we know whole of the game. It's a very hard game, played with a very hard ball, which hurts you a lot.
Sir, amid all this academic excellence, be it hobbies, be it your broadcasting journey, what is the most valuable takeaway or a message which you would love to give to upcoming broadcasters, upcoming media persons like me, your freshers, especially youth?
Basically, I don't have that capacity to say, to message they do. But I'll tell you one thing. Even if you are in media, or even if you are not in media, you are growing in a surrounding. Keep an idea of the surroundings. Keep your all antennas open about what's happening in the world.
Yes.
Don't be judgmental about it. See opinions from all the sides. Because you will see one channel, it will be saying a different story of the same thing. Another one will be relating another story of the same issue. So you have to be very vigilant about it. And don't develop your own opinions in a hurry. Wait, see how things happen. Know the background of the things. Things do not happen for what is happening now. Maybe in the world what's happening now, you are reacting to it. It has a background. So study about it, read about it, and be conscious about it. but don't take sides and don't be judgmental. Our issue in life also is, वो बहुत अच्छा है, वो बहुत बुरा है, ये इससे अच्छा है, लेकिन वो उससे बेहतर है. Again, judgments. Let's not pass judgments. Let's be fair to people and give them a chance. Everybody makes mistakes. I would say somebody who is afraid of making mistakes will never do anything in life. Make mistakes, then learn from mistakes. Move ahead, forget it, then do something new, do something fresh, and don't keep on going back into the past. Yes, what could it happen? That is gone. Now move ahead. I'm saying the best part is that don't be static. Keep on learning and keep on improving yourself. I'll tell you one thing. I teach in so many universities and institutions. Apart from media, personality development, communication skill, life skills. If today I'm teaching in some university or department, I teach assistant professors also. Something, the same topic, if I'm teaching after 6 months, I will have new examples, fresh ideas and fresh things to say, because it becomes stale very fast. That's what I'm saying. Keep on changing yourself and improving yourself.
Sir, now that you have headed a lot of veteran organizations in Srinagar, I must say, how has your being heading the organization affected the other your fellow mates? How have you affected the working of the institution?
My style of working came from my playing cricket and being a sportsman. In that sense, I was never authoritative. You could ask anybody. Yes. But I was friendly, but I was firm also. But if I wanted to get something done, you have to do it. But I'm open to ideas. And the best thing that I think I was able to achieve with the help of my superiors also in radio was innovate. They allowed me to innovate. And then I also allowed my juniors to innovate. Yes. And in my growth in media, because throughout the day, 5, 10, 15 young boys and girls would sit in my room. Most of them would not do programs, they would listen to me. But I would get fresh ideas from them. I would learn a lot from them. It's not a one-way traffic that I'm senior, superior, elderly, I have all the knowledge. No, I would get a lot from them. And I would use that, what I would get from them. So it was an open-minded, basically my attitude was like that anybody could approach me. And you could approach me with idea and you could reject my idea also. So we could sit and discuss. There would not be any kind of attrition at all.
Thank you so much, sir, for being generous to give GK Podcast some of your precious time.
Thank you so much for calling me. It has been a pleasure talking to you, I say.
Thank you so much, sir.